Let's start this discussion on Introduction to Performance Management Systems. Usually when we ask people, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when we talk about performance management systems, the answer we usually get is performance appraisals or performance reviews. However, that is not what performance management systems are. The job of HR is to help employees perform well. And this is not only the job of people professionals, but also the role of line managers. Why? Because people are the greatest creators of organizational value. So effectively managing their performance is critical for the success of an organization. And this becomes important because for people to perform, employees need to understand what's expected of them. And they must be managed in such a manner that they are motivated. They have the skills, they have the resources available, and support that is required for them to succeed. Also, we need to ensure that employees understand that they are accountable for their work. And this, in short, is what performance management tries to do. So performance management describes the attempt to maximize the value that employees create. It aims to maintain and improve employee performance in line with the organizational objectives. And more often than not, it is not a single activity, but rather a group of practices that should be approached in a very holistic manner. While there is no standard definition of performance management, but it describes 3 types of activities that have to be done. First, establish objectives. Who do you establish objectives for? We establish objectives for individuals and teams. Why? So that they can see their part in the organization's mission and strategy. Second, we try to improve performance, especially among employees and teams, with the hope that this performance management or this improvement in performance actually improves performance of the organization. And finally, it needs to hold people accountable. You hold them accountable for their performance by linking their performance to rewards, career progression, or in the worst case scenario, termination of contracts. At best, performance management centers on a two-way discussion that is regular, open, and supportive in the form of feedback. And this feedback is on progress towards the objectives. It brings together many principles that enable good people management practice, such as learning and development, performance measurement, and organizational development. Performance management is usually backed by formal processes, including recording objectives, periodic performance reviews, and improvement plans for underperformance. But it is broader than these things. While policies and processes can be important, the main focus of performance management systems should be regular performance discussions that help people perform as per the organization's objectives. In the next video, we will discuss some elements of an effective performance management system. However, to quickly summarize this video, I gave you a brief introduction to what a performance management system actually is. It is not only performance appraisals or performance reviews or feedback. It is also about creating a system by which people get skills that are required to perform better. It also requires establishment of objectives that can define or help people know what they need to achieve. And most importantly, it holds people accountable for their performance in a job, often because it is linked to things like career progression, rewards, pay, etc. Thank you, and I shall see you in the next video.